Yo, brother, here is lesson 1. So we're going to learn our notes. This is a very important starting point, and I'm going to cycle you through what's called the cycle of fifths. So we're going to end up playing every note on the neck, and we're going to start with E. All right, so E, and we're going to try to play the note wherever it exists on the neck. So you know E exists on the low string open, right? Then on the 12th, and then if your bass goes all the way up to 24, also there too. Okay, and then we're going to do it on the next string. E on the 7th fret, E up here on the 19th fret. 12 plus 7, 19. Okay, we're going to do that on all the strings. It sounds like you know them on the low 2 strings best, so we're going to really try to focus on the higher 2 strings, the D and the G string. So E, E, right? And then on the highest string, E, the 9th fret, and again up here, 9 plus 12, 21st fret. Okay, so that's E. And now the way we cycle through the rest of the notes is we're going to go up a fifth. So if we have E, which is the 7th fret here, we go up a fifth. That means we're going to the next string and up 2 notes. I think you know that. So that's the note B. So B's our next note, and we're going to do B, 7th fret on the low string, same thing up high. B is the 2nd fret on the 2nd string, same thing up here. B. Here's the next B on the 3rd string, same thing here. And then B on the highest string, 4th fret, and up here. Right? Sometimes takes me a second too, but this is how we learn and practice it. So then we get B, we go to the next one, which is what? Up a fifth. That note is F sharp or G flat, but I'm going to talk in sharps for now and keep it simple. So F sharp. So F sharp starts here, low fret, and I'm not going to go through the entire note, the entire cycle of this. That's for you to do. I just want to show you a few, and then you take it from there, and I'll show you how to practice it. So F sharp, 2nd fret, F sharp, 14th fret, next string, F sharp, 9th fret, same thing up here. Next string, F sharp is the 4th fret. And then lastly, F sharp is the 11th fret on the highest string. And you can do that all the way up here. Okay, so the next note, we get F sharp, we go up a fifth, we get C sharp. And you do the same thing for all of these notes, and eventually you go C sharp here. That's G sharp, so G sharp here. You go up a fifth, you get D sharp, which is also here. If you go up a fifth, you get A sharp, which is also here. A sharp. You go up a fifth from that, you get F. You go up a fifth from that, you get C. You go up a fifth from C, you get G. And you go up a fifth from G, you get D. You go up a fifth from D, and you get back to E. So now we've done all 12 notes by going through that cycle. And the best way to do it, once you do this a few times and you start to get a feel for where the notes are, go to Google, type in metronome. They got one built in. Let's pick a speed. Hopefully you could hear that. That's playing my metronome at 80 BPM right now. So let's start with the note E again. Now you got the metronome going, so that's going to keep you on time. So E, 1, 2, 3. Next string. Next string. Next string, E, 9th fret. Okay, that's E. Then you go to your next note, B. And I'll stop the metronome for a second. But that's the idea, is you go through this cycle of fifths and you practice every single note. And I would really, for you, focus on the sharps and the flat notes. That's always where people have the most trouble. You know where your A and your D and your C and your G are, but what about the notes in between? It's really important to know those as fluently as the whole notes. So that's lesson 1, and I'm going to record another video. That's going to be lesson 2. Here we go.